It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's an overcast Wednesday morning. We'll hear what the weather forecast says as it pertains to the weather coming up in the newscast. But nonetheless, it's still a good day to have a good day in a good way. It's Wednesday. As we say, Heavenly Father, we are so blessed to have such a loving Father who woke us up to see another beautiful sunrise. There's nobody like you, Lord. Thank you for guiding us, healing us, and protecting us. Thank you for meeting us in our prayer closets, spending precious time with us, and speaking words of wisdom so we can accomplish our assignments for the day. May your love and anointing up and flow out to everyone we encounter today in the precious name of Jesus. He also says, God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that you may have an abundance for every good work. And that's coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 8. Thank you, Rev.
I'm no longer a slave to fear.
So it's that time once again to say good morning to Walland Aquat. Good morning, Catherine Phillip. Yulin Alexander is there. And good morning, Mildred Smith. I'm not seeing Mildred as yet. Hope you and Shem and Zamora and Judy and everybody are doing fine. Good morning, Denzo and Gigi Giles. Good morning, good morning. How did you? Hope you all fine. Hey folks, don't forget you can start making your order to get your sweet surprise punch a cream. Christmas is coming. Those of you who are here still for Carnival, make sure you get a bottle of that in the most popular supermarkets and best tasting, okay? Get that to go back. Or you can start making your orders for Christmas. Yeah, good morning, the McQueens. Toya, good morning. The Joseph next door. Good morning to the nurse on top. Good morning. How are you doing, sir? I just can't remember your name. Nonetheless, the word of the day today, that word is hinder. Hinder. Hind. And it means to delay or obstruct progress. Hinder, to delay or obstruct progress. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. We can say poor weather conditions hindered the construction project. Yeah. Hinder, to delay or obstruct progress. Poor weather conditions hindered the construction project. You know that happens every year in the rain season. Buildings and so forth that will have to be done and to get postponed and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Yulina, do you feel blessed today? Whole day the Father blessing. Every second of the day. Every breath that we take is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Petlin. How you doing, Petlin? The firing finish, girl. Yeah, to fix that problem, eh? Good morning to the Sandersons. Debbie, good morning to you and the family. The folks inside of Crowshoe. Pomerose. Ruki and Barbara, good morning. Everybody's fine. Well, of course, I pray to good morning. Mother, all you like me, but I like all you still. Peck and family, what's up? Kali, what up? Everybody, good morning. Nadisha, your word, your motivational tip of the day is up next. I cannot overemphasize the importance of surrounding yourself with positive energy. Whether it's uplifting people, inspiring books, or motivating music, create an environment that feeds your soul. Not negativity, you understand? Don't associate yourself with energies that make you feel down. And, you know, as my granduncle used to say, people make you feel that you're suffering from inferiority complex. You know, no, you created in the image and likeness of God. So you understand what I'm saying? Do you really understand who you are? You're a child of the Most High. And that's all the vindication that you need. Never promised you a bed of roses, because even roses, they've got thorns on them, you know. Life was never intended to be a bed of roses. The challenges of life makes life worth living. Joan Brathwaite Batson. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Dedicated listeners and viewers, grace and blessings, everyone. Thank you. Yeah. What's buzzing? What's buzzing? What's buzzing? Let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right. U.S. Embassy in Grenada resumes American citizen services on September 3rd. Nominations open for national awards. Grenada launches Caribbean Supercharged Training Level 2 to boost the hospitality sector. In the region, International Education Conference set for Kingston in October. Internationally, U.S. revokes over 6,000 student visas amid crackdown on immigration. And in sports, netball teams gear up for the 5th ECCB International Series in Grenada. This and more will be up in the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather, which comes up shortly. Yolan Swan, good morning to you. How are you doing? How is everybody up in St. John? If you see Culture Man going to the garden today, if you're going down to Nook, tell him I say good morning, all right? Carl Abraham, good morning. I'm going over to Parklet and say good morning to Ashley Cummings and family. Brady and the guys, yeah. Where Chuku boy? Chuku ain't coming back. I remember the days when Chuku, you know, teaching in Parklet, and after school we'll sit on my Daddy Wayne's shop, boy. Daddy Wayne, good morning to you, man. Stay strong. I know you're a tough cookie. You know what I'm saying? Lorena Waldron, good morning to you. Michael Pierre and Lady Pierre, could you just step over and tell Mr. Hicklin and Miss Sylvie Nayak good morning for me? Paul Millett and the family, good morning to you. All right, that's the one in Paraclete. Now, good morning, Pastor Paul Millett in Butch Grove. You and the family. Yeah. Cloche, good morning. Eggies, what going on, boy? I ain't seen you these days. I mean, I know the doctor had me locked down and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But you must show your face. Good morning. Chief, how you doing? Reminding you, as always, it's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Monica May Rose Williams, good morning to you and Daddy Godwin and Miss Joan and the entire family. Lauren Salim out there in Hermitage, good morning. The folks in Mount Rule and Snell Hall. Mount Rich. Leke, good morning to you. All you ain't easy. I like all you. Mount Rose, La Poetry, Ahoma, Zoe, what's up, girl? Sherry and Nichols, how you doing? Girl, put back your good name, eh? Sherry and Nichols. You alright? Everything alright? Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Remind yourself what life is all about. Adventure awaits in the all-new Photon Tunnel and G7. Expand your lifestyle, your boundaries, your imagination. Find yourself in places where no one else can. Backed by our class-leading warranty and a national dealership network, you now have the confidence to go further. The all-new Photon Tunnel and G7. Expand your lifestyle.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, the 20th day of August 2025. Coming up in the news, the U.S. Embassy in Grenada resumes American citizen services on September 3rd. Nominations open for national awards. Grenada launches Caribbean Supercharged Training Level 2 to boost the hospitality sector. In the region, International Education Conference set for Kingston in October. Internationally, U.S. revokes over 6,000 student visas amid crackdown on immigration. And in sports, netball teams gear up for the 5th ECCB International Series being held in Grenada. The details to these and more are right after these messages.
Repeat with Ariza's Flexi Credit.
Good Wednesday morning to everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. The U.S. Embassy in Grenada is set to resume providing essential services to American citizens on September 3rd. These services include renewing U.S. passports, offering notarial service, and processing consular reports of births and deaths abroad. U.S. citizens with expired passports who need to travel to the United States urgently are advised to reach out to the U.S. Embassy in Grenada for assistance. The National Awards Advisory Committee is now accepting nominations for Grenada's most outstanding citizens who have made significant contributions to the country. The public is invited to recognize and celebrate the achievements of deserving individuals who have demonstrated exceptional service or achievements. To be eligible, individuals can be citizens of Grenada or those in the diaspora who have made a positive impact on the country. Those interested in nominating someone can obtain a nomination form at main police stations, churches, constituency offices, or complete it electronically. A 250-word summary supporting the nomination is required. Completed forms should be submitted to the National Awards Advisory Committee at the police headquarters or the Office of the Governor General. The nomination period closes on October 15th, 2025. The committee encourages citizens to participate in this process and honor the achievements of deserving individuals who have made a meaningful difference in Grenada. And finally, the Grenada Hotels and Tourism Association, the GHTA, has launched the Caribbean Supercharged Training Level 2, a week-long training program designed to enhance frontline service, HR, and leadership skills in Grenada's hospitality sector. The training, scheduled for November 3rd to the 8th, is a collaboration with the CHTA Education Foundation and supported by the GHTA Tourism Enhancement Fund and Sandals Foundation. The program aims to equip participants with skills to deliver excellent guest experiences and take on supervisory roles. Minister Adrian Thomas emphasized the importance of quality training for destination competitiveness and sustainable tourism growth. The GHTA member registration fees are subsidized with a discounted fee of $65 until September 12th. The initiative reaffirms a collaborative approach to building human capital in Grenada's tourism sector. Now that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us for the regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. In the region, a 3-day education conference Unlocking Potential with Literacy, Neurodiversity and Family Empowerment will be held in Kingston from October 1st to 3rd at the S Hotel. The conference, organized by Winsome Wishes for Kids, a US-based nonprofit, aims to bring together parents, educators and advocates from across the region. The conference will focus on early literacy, supporting students beyond the classroom, and practical tools and strategies for educators. Keynote speakers include Grace Bastin and Dr. Devin Kearns. In Belize, the Belize has confirmed its first human case of New World Screwworm, or NWS, since its re-emergence in December 2024. A 21-year-old male sought medical attention on August 15th, and samples were confirmed by the Belize Agricultural Health Authority. The patient is undergoing treatment and responding well. The Ministry of Health and Wellness emphasizes proper wound care to prevent NWS infestation. The parasite can affect all warm-blooded animals, including humans, and can cause severe pain, tissue damage, and life-threatening infections. Residents are advised to inspect animals regularly and treat wounds promptly to prevent transmissions. And looking further afield, the U.S. State Department has revoked more than 6,000 international student visas due to violations of U.S. law, including overstays. The majority of the violations included serious offenses such as assault, driving under the influence, burglary, and a broad category of support for terrorism, which has raised concerns about potential targeting of students with specific viewpoints. This move is part of the Trump administration's ongoing efforts to tighten immigration policies and comes amid controversy over allegations of targeting students who have protested in support of Palestine. And finally, the Kremlin has downplayed expectations of an imminent meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky, despite renewed calls from U.S. President Donald Trump for the two leaders to discuss a resolution to the Ukraine conflict. Trump, who recently met with Putin in Alaska and hosted Zelensky at the White House, acknowledged that finding a solution to the conflict will be challenging. He expressed uncertainty about Putin's willingness to negotiate, stating that it may become clear in the coming weeks whether the Russian president is interested in ending the hostilities. That concludes the regional and international segments. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Netball dominates this morning. The stage is set for an exciting battle among netball teams at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series hosted in Grenada from August 23rd to 31st. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in partnership with the Caribbean Netball Association and Netball Grenada, will bring together 10 teams from across the region, including 7 ECCB member countries, namely Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana. The teams will compete for the prestigious Gloria Ballantyne Championship Trophy with the goal of improving their international netball rankings. The tournament will kick off with an opening ceremony on August 22nd at the Tanton Netball Facility in St. George's, followed by thrilling matches and exciting commentary. Additionally, netballers and officials will participate in a personal development session on linking sustainability and netball, facilitated by climate change expert Steve Maxime. That's all the sports we've got for you at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon edition and also in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
All right, folks, at this time, the weather report is not as yet completed. As you would realize, we were a bit ahead of time this morning. So I promise you that I will get the comprehensive report momentarily. So what we do at this time, we'll end the news with a recap, and subsequently, just around 7 o'clock thereabout, we'll go back to do that weather report. So making the news this morning, the U.S. Embassy in Grenada resumes American citizenship services on September 3rd. Nominations open for national awards. Grenada launches Caribbean Supercharged Training Level 2 to boost the hospitality sector. In the region, International Education Conference set for Kingston in October. Internationally, the U.S. revokes over 6,000 student visas amid crackdown on immigration. And in sports, as you had it, netball teams gear up for the 5th ECCB International Series being held here in Grenada. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Just remember that we will be joining the Met office in a couple of minutes so we can have that comprehensive weather report. Stick and stay with us.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush. Off to the bank. Again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic. Or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Grenada. Exciting news. Oasis Pet and Garden has expanded. In addition to our existing location, we're now open at our new location, Melville Street, St. George's. Now serving you at 2 locations for even more convenience. At Oasis Pet and Garden, we bring you the best products at the best prices nationwide. Check out our garden department for the best quality Pro Mix potting soil, vegetable seeds, and seedling trays, cocoa peat, liquid fertilizer, granular fertilizers, and more. Our livestock and livestock products are the highest quality and the best prices in Grenada.
Something powerful is coming to Grenlec customers. Smarter service, more convenience, a greener way to connect. Get ready for a better way to manage your electricity service. Coming soon. Grenlec, empowering you.
Attention, Fontenoy, Cherry Hill, and Grand Mall. This is your chance to kick off the new school year in style. David Moyer Monroe invites all kids and their families to the annual Back to School Extravaganza. Mark your calendar for Sunday, August 31st at the Grand Mall playing field. Enjoy fantastic entertainment by the incredible New Dimension Steel Orchestra. There'll be music, fun, and so much more. Everything you need to start the school year with a bang. Don't miss out on this exciting event. See you there.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. You home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart.
All right, folks, as promised, it's now 3 minutes after 7 o'clock, and I now join forecaster Trisha Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Trisha.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are variable. Barometric pressure 1014 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 86%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 26.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 2.8 millimeters of rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 27.1 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be mostly fair but hazy with light to moderate afternoon and nighttime showers. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 31.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are currently low and will be high around 1 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:24. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:56. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be mostly fair but hazy with light to moderate morning, afternoon, and nighttime showers. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Trisha, just before you run off, we were told of a couple of systems out there. One should have passed us already last night into this morning, and there are some others that are on the forecast track. What's going on with them?
Another tropical wave, yeah. So one is more or less over us, but that one, as you can see, didn't give us any rainfall. The other one approaching, it should be in our area around On Friday, but again, we don't expect to get any significant impact from that one. It should be further north. Most of the activity should stay further north.
Well, I guess God is really smiling with us because so far we've had a relatively inactive season.
So far.
And I hope it can stay that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tricia. Have a good day.
All right.
All right, folks. The weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Republic Bank CPL, there'll be some adjustments to our programming lineup on Tuesday the 19th, right through to Friday the 22nd of August. Transitions will be from 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be from 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News Repeat. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
All right, folks, it's now 9 minutes after 7 o'clock, and it's time for me to join Corporal Troy Paul at the Traffic Department of the RGPF. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all your listeners, especially our drivers this morning. And it's always a pleasure to bring the traffic report, especially to your drivers and pedestrians and anyone using the road at the moment. At this time, the traffic is rather quiet in most of the areas, and it's a little bit moderate in areas of our towns, especially the southern parts of the island. so drivers can get to and from the destination safely and in a timely manner once you're along the roads at this moment. However, we know that the traffic will get a little bit busier as we move on closer to 8 o'clock, that period where persons get to work, because we know most of our persons work at 8 o'clock. But we've already seen some movement in most of the areas, which we stated as moderate, and we expect those traffic to get heavier, and we have a little congestion, as we know, as we get sometime about 10 to 8 and heading right up until the 9 o'clock hour. But I just want persons that you leave. Once you leave home on time, there's no need to worry about missing that rush hour. So you definitely have to get cracking and leave your house so that you can beat those rush hours. As it stands, we have a total of 5 minor accidents for the past 24 hours, and we've seen a little decrease again, and this is good, which it can remain in that spiral trend, but we expect drivers to continue to drive safely. It is your responsibility as you step out of the road, especially before leaving home, that you make sure that all the parts of your vehicle is working. Make sure that you check your light if you know that you intend to come home during nightfall. Make sure lights, brakes, every aspect of your vehicle is working properly. And if you're hearing any unfamiliar sound with your vehicle, please check a mechanic, a certified mechanic, as soon as possible to rectify whatever noise or whatever problem that you're encountering with your vehicle. By way of information, the Grenada public road, the Morris Bishop Highway will be closed after vehicular traffic, and that will be the lower part of the Morris Bishop Highway from the intersection of the True Blue roundabout will be closed after vehicular traffic as 9 a.m. this morning, and will continue along the day, and that will be, as I have stated, the lower portion, so persons will have to use the Dusty Highway public road and also the Frequency public road to get out of the Grandlands area if you're in the deep southern part of the island. So drivers, please take note if it's your first time you've traveled to the area. The southbound remains open for vehicular routes, but however, if you're heading back up from Grandlands from the Point of direction, you will have to divert to the Dusty Highway or the Frequency public road. Earlier this week, we've encountered some issues, but however, engagement was made with the relevant authorities and the persons responsible, and we have that road is free from vehicular traffic as much as possible. We just want drivers to continue to drive safe, as these might be unfamiliar roads to other drivers, but it is a good way to get to know some of the by roads in the tri-island state of Grenada, especially the southern part, especially if we encounter situations like these. But continue to drive safely along our nation's road, and let us make sure that our road is safe for all road users. The other work is soon to start, especially the area between Sandals and the Food Fair traffic lights, once we get the go-ahead from the contractors in that area. So Grenada Road will continue to be one of the busiest roads in the island at the time as we try to rectify the Nawasa pipeline project. So drivers are encouraged to be patient and be courteous as we travel along the road. And you can also use alternative routes if you encounter some of these problems. We have not one of the best, but we have a good road network in which persons can use alternative routes to get out of the city, to get out of the southern part of the island. So once again, drivers, the road is quite slow in certain areas and moderate in areas of Calibini heading on to Grandlands. And I urge persons that please leave home on time, so you would have to avoid getting into the busy period or even having to exceed your speed limit to beat some of the traffics. So again, we want to encourage drivers, please be utilize your safety measures and be cautious along the road. And the question we ask every morning, if you are texting,
who's driving? Corporal Paul, before we run off, right? The new school term is about to resume in a matter of 2 weeks or so. As it relates to road signs and pedestrian crossings and so forth, are we going to beef up that, especially in the close proximity to the schools and so forth?
Yes, most definitely. We have already started in most of our districts and areas where there is pedestrian crossing and humps. Most drivers can attest to that. We've already started, and we'll definitely continue as we get closer, so that every pedestrian crossing in the Trial Island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatic should be repainted before school, or in short order, to ensure our road safety for our children, especially the little ones who are using the roads on a daily basis.
Thank you very much.
You will see some road upliftment in terms of signs and painting.
Thank you very much for your commitment and dedication to the nation's people, man. To your team at the traffic department, have a great day and continue doing your work.
Thank you very much, and good day to all your listeners, and also to the entire team at GBN.
All right, folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got a rise and money wise.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Are you ready to take charge of your money, build wealth, and protect your family's legacy? Then join us on October 9th, 2025 at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for your Financial Future 2.0, Legacy, Literacy, and Liberation, a one-day financial summit designed to break cycles, build wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. You'll gain real-life budgeting hacks, a money mindset reboot, steps to create generational wealth, and practical tips on investing, estate planning, insurance, health, and business finance, all from expert speakers who know how to turn knowledge into action. With 2 inspirational keynotes, 3 powerful panel discussions, and 6 breakout sessions, you will leave with your personalized action plan for success. Don't wait. Secure your seat today. Tickets are EC $350 at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. Your Financial Future 2.0. Your next chapter starts here.
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Republic Bank CPL, there'll be some adjustments to our programming lineup on Tuesday the 19th, right through to Friday the 22nd of August. Transitions will be from 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be from 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News Repeat. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
Need a little extra cash to make life easier? Or just a bit more exciting? Arises got you covered. With a Flexi Credit loan, you get up to $25,000 for any purpose. Vacations, home upgrades, back to school, or just a little treat. Get manageable amounts, flexible repayments, and the freedom to top up whenever you need it. No hassle, no pressure, just freedom to live life at your pace. Visit our website or call today and let your dreams take flight with our Flexi Credit Loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Good morning, good morning. How are we doing this morning? I've got with me and Ariza. Miss Ariza, Miss Raylene Lazarus, Marketing Manager at Our Credit Union. Good morning, how are you?
Our Credit Union is so pleased to be here. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to everyone listening in to the GBN stations. It's always a pleasure to be in your presence.
Yes, and I can tell you that the folks are actually looking forward to us on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh, I love that.
I get a lot of calls and so forth asking questions. Mm-hmm. Some of them, because of my alignment, I am able to answer, and then I can divert them to the relevant numbers to call and so forth.
Yes, that's very good. You know, we like to keep it in the family. It is a family.
Yes.
So thank you for, extending the ambassadorship.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
And while at it, I also sent Josephine.
Yes.
As she's in New York now, I sent her to Crossroads Radio.
Oh, very good.
I said, go and meet Reverend Caesar and Mr. B and expose yourself up there.
Well, thank you kindly.
It's all part of the family.
This is what the extended family does for you, right? People helping people. And the team, I have to say thank you for that, because I've just seen some photos and some videos, and the team had a great experience in New York. So we're hoping we can replicate that in Toronto as well on Saturday. So, thank you for the push.
Yeah, that's good. We're coming to the present now. School is reopening. We've been... while at this, let me just chip a bit. We've been using Blossom's word, preparating.
Yes.
And only yesterday I read in the news that the Oxford Dictionary, they've just increased the number of words. They had some new words.
Right.
I can't remember them off my head now, but they put on some new words. I'm saying, why didn't they put preparate? It's so right.
I thought you were going to tell me that they did. I was going to say then they would have to pay Blossom.
Yeah, because it sounds right. Mm-hmm. I didn't preparate myself.
No way. I'm not sure I could join you there, but I like the words.
Yeah, I like the word. But nonetheless, we've been preparing people for eventualities, the hurricane season, financial planning and financial emergencies and so forth. And to some, we do have a financial emergency coming up now. Back to school. For a lot of people, it will be an emergency.
I
because
really hope not.
We could preach all day. They are just folks who will just leave gay abandoned. As you would say, life is lifing.
Lifing, okay.
Yeah, So we want to prepare our folks for the reopening of school, and everybody has, to put a plan in place. Now, what are some of the biggest financial challenges you see parents will be facing this time of the year?
Wow. Well, really good question, Innocent. And what we know is that costs add up quickly.
Yeah.
Right? You have, lifestyle spending, so to speak. What do you say? Like with inflation and so on. So the costs keep adding up, and you would see things like that in school fees, for books, for uniforms, devices. Now that the technology is so integrated into learning, meals, transportation. Some of us do extra lessons, and the extracurricular activities come with their own accoutrements. So, whether you need a special uniform, whether it's for guides or scouts or
the football
boots, exactly. So all these additional bits add up, and you end up with quite a hefty expense for school. Then, of course, there's the pressure of the big spend. So, you try to, when you think about it, as you say, it's unavoidable. School has to happen. They have to go. You have to get what you have to get, right? And if you haven't been doing it along the way, then it means it's going to be a chunk of money.
If you haven't budgeted for it.
And if you haven't budgeted for it, it will be a chunk of money. So that brings me to some parents, or even the older students, shall we say, because there are adults who do continuing education, and so that means dipping into savings, which you might have had for an emergency, but you have to carry on with this particular course that you're doing. And as I say, the children must go back to school, else you get in trouble for it. So that money you had stashed for something else then becomes the thing that you revert to.
So we've identified what the problems could be. Now, is there a best approach in dealing with these challenges?
Well, it's as we always say, budget, budget, budget. I mean, if you haven't yet, I don't think we could say it enough. It is not too late to start. This one is upon you, don't let the other one catch you. So budget, make a list of the essentials, right? What are your needs versus what you think it would be nice to have, or what you just want. A want is not a need. We must define that quite clearly.
We need to stop impulsive buying.
Right, exactly. So essentials would be like the uniforms, the books, and I know we have a school program now, so that would ease up some people, but I also know that people who can afford it are encouraged to go ahead and source their own. So, of course, if you were an early starter, you could compare prices and start early. But if you're not, so that you get the deals. But if you're not, then it means you just have to take what's available at the moment. And then, of course, there's always a learning opportunity for everything. Those of us with children, let them start budgeting, managing the money, understanding that money is not infinite. It has value, and it will go so far, and then you will need to find more.
It's not what you see in the African movies where the men say there's a lot more where it came from.
No. And even if there's a lot more where it came from, how about learning to still practice restraint, and also make more, like that parable in the Bible.
What you did with talent.
Thank you.
What you did with talent.
So when you have more, it doesn't mean that you just need to spend it.
Okay, so now what sort of practical advice you can give to parents to ease the back-to-school financial strain that they'll be on?
Those would be things like spreading the cost, as we say. You have to prepare. The best thing that you can do is to prepare. I actually believe just in regular daily life, 90% of the work is in the planning. And once you have the plan down and you understand, then the execution, it's so easy. In addition to which, it gives you margin for error. So if something goes a little skewy, you have time to recalibrate and come up with. If you don't have a plan at all, then you could end up the creek without a paddle. So the best thing to do is plan. So spread the cost if you can throughout the year. Don't wait until 1 week before school to rush around and get everything. Also, it means that you probably, because you're in a hurry and it's an emergency, you probably spend more money. So try and plan, try and spread the cost throughout the year. Then you could set up a school savings, or an account. So this is all part of your planning. Now that you know that this has happened this year, you get ready for the next year. So set up something, you scurry away a little $20 every week, or an $80 a month, $100 a month, so you know that you will know what you need. You will know how much it costs. And like I say, prepare for that. Buy in bulk. If you have family members, maybe the extended family, there are children everywhere. Put together,
look for the deals. Because you're buying in bulk.
Buy a bulk and then split up the box of juice or snacks or whatever it is.
It sounds so nice, but in terms of practicality, man, Grenadian, we have become so selfish,
Well, we need to change that. We need to change that.
For example, you would go to town and realize that, hey, this store has a really good bargain, and you would take full advantage of it and will not tell your neighbor, your sister, hey, that's so different to the Syrian culture.
You see, I believe in spreading the good things.
Yeah.
So, if it's good for me, and I mean if it's good, like I enjoy that benefit. I have no problem if I get good service from a restaurant, a store, I enjoy a meal, I absolutely tell the next person.
Go there.
Yes, exactly.
There. Ride on that bus because the driver is safe.
Yes, exactly. He's considerate and remembers that he's providing a service. So all of those things go a long way. And then I would also say, I know we brought this up in a previous conversation that we had, which was to reuse and recycle. And you say people don't do that anymore. No, but I would really say, where possible, for the textbooks, for the uniforms, even things like your lunch kits. I mean, I've got a niece, and her things they're in such good condition.
Yeah.
But she's growing out. You have different things at different stages. Why would we just bin that?
Yeah.
So there's somebody, I'm sure, who would benefit. Yeah. So even if you don't sell it or there's no one in your family, maybe look for someone in the neighborhood and do a good turn, right? Pay the kindness forward.
I remember in days gone by, the family, they had this phrase, OPL. It's somebody wearing some clothes. That must be OPL, other people's labor.
Yes. You see, and when we use terms like that, then it sounds a little derogatory. It puts a negative spin on it. Yeah. But there is absolutely nothing wrong. And this is why I would say I'm not talking about handing over your tatters. If a thing is torn or ripped or discolored,
you don't. Rid of it.
Yes, But if there's something in good condition, there is absolutely no reason a younger sibling can't use it, or a cousin, or a neighbor. Exactly.
And the economic times that we're in now, it calls for that. It really calls for that. Now, for students who are going after college and even university, how can you advise them?
Older students, yes, and especially I think in Grenada, but I think that is changing too, in terms of before, I think it would be harder to say find a job, a part-time job while you went to school here. Now it's quite a common thing,
online or whatever.
Exactly. So there's that option. I think older students should also be encouraged to do their own budgeting. So again, if you would have started them from before, like when they were younger, at this stage, exactly. And even if it's not a paid job, but an internship, it might be a stipend, but you get to manage that. And then what I think is that prepares you for the world of work, real work as well, because we all know the theory isn't always exactly what you get in the workplace. So the two together, that's always also education. But for sure, managing a budget on their own and part-time work or internships would be good for older students at this stage. Families can look at education loans, scholarships, grants, and digital tools to help them manage. There's really loads of options again online for calculators and budget apps and all of that stuff, which can help you track your spending. So use the technology to your advantage. And even at Ariza, we will come to this in a little bit, but those are grants and scholarships, and so they are out there. You have a child who is doing well, or if you feel really that you are financially strapped, there are options available but you need to make yourself aware of them. Most of these organizations will do some advertising, some kind of promotion. So it's up to the families to make themselves aware of what's happening in that way.
Now, it is often said you try everything and everything fails, then you come to Jesus. All right. Where does Ariza fit in now? We've talked about the budgeting, we've prompted them before, but they still end up in a chaotic situation. How can Ariza help at this juncture?
This is why we're here, in a sense. You know, we absolutely will carry our people in the best way possible. Remember, I said to you, sometimes when we say no, it is not no, it's just not right now. But situations like this, we are prepared for, here to guide and give the best financial elevation possible to our members. So we would offer things like back to school loan packages or education loans. So we have at the moment, in fact, Simplify, which you could consolidate, lower your repayment. So if you have multiple loans, you can bring them into one, do one lower repayment, which gives you a little extra in your pocket. Now, I would hazard a guess that, anyone doing financial planning will take that extra and start that savings fund, right? Yeah. That's what I would recommend. Yeah. And then we also have Flexi Credit, where you can get up to $25,000. Now, up to $25,000, it doesn't mean you have to take $25,000, but you may need a $5,000 or so. Go ahead, take that, do your purchases for back to school. If it is that you need to pay tuition, say for an older student, then you may need a bit more. But the good thing about this particular offer is that once you pay down on it, you can top it up again. Okay. So as you go, it's flexible. We offer the flexibility for whatever your needs might be, right? And then we offer special savings plans. So we have an education savings plan, which it's created as a 5-year plan. So if you think from primary school to secondary school or secondary school into college, you can use that kind of money for graduation and then the step over into college. Or you can just use it as part of the college or university expenses. It's up to 5 years, it matures in 5 years, but it doesn't mean you have to use it in 5 years. So I say start when they're babies and just keep it going until it's absolutely necessary to tap into it, right? And then you have an Excel account, which is a really interesting one because what we do is we reward secondary school students for excellent performance. As it says, it's the Excel account. Okay. So we literally offer a financial reward to secondary school students who perform well, not just academically, but in sports or artistic areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just put the icing on the cake now. It's been a delicious cake this morning, and we want to put the icing with just this one final practical advice for prepping for back to school.
Right. Oh, before I give that, can I also mention the fact that we've been partnering with literacy in terms of how we help our community. We've been partnering with a number, we've been doing our own in terms of offering literacy workshops and of course programs like this, so we can help our folks along the way and offer really good information. And then there are partnerships that we have with our loyalty program. So everything from doctors, dentists, bookstore, opticians, and a number of others, our members can go in and they would be offered a discount. They just need to look for the sticker in the various places. The list is on the website as well. But like I say, every little helps. It's cash back in the pocket and you will still get some savings. Right? So in terms of the tip, it's just to reiterate what we said before, don't wait until the last minute. Teach the kids good financial habits from now. I mean, you have to be an example yourself, but at every opportunity, give them the money to spend, let them make a budget, let them decide or understand the value of saving. And of course, we're talking about the learning period. So we want to implore everyone to remember that financial literacy is as important as academic learning. So make it a part of your learning journey.
If you're learning how to make money, you might as well learn how to use that money.
That's
wisely.
right, exactly. Yes, and that's what education is preparing us for, to be, useful citizens and to hold steady, productive jobs. So we will be 10 times as productive if we manage our money wisely.
Yeah, I yearn for that time when we can see financial literacy being brought back into the school system, that from the kindergarten stage,
Yes.
I remember they had school savings union and everything like that.
Yes.
In my case in Tivoli RC school, I used to save towards Tivoli harvest, which was a big thing.
Right.
So when Tivoli harvest comes, I no problem taking money from the savings union.
That's right. So then you see, this is what I mean about setting goals. So once there's make it fun. It could start with a fun thing. Tivoli harvest was it for you. You knew that when that time came, you thought you were a big boy.
I could get jeans. I could get nice new jeans and stuff and what. I really wish we could go back to those days, because one of the things that we did, there was a group of us. I would remember Lions, Lyndon Lions, and not Lions, not Drakes, and we would cut off one snow ice. We ain't sucking a snow ice to them and putting that 25 cents in the savings union.
Oh, right. Yes, exactly. A little sacrifice goes a long way. Yeah, it doesn't have to be big cuts that you make. You can start small. I think one of the most important things that I've learned is that when you, as I say, you start small and you see how quickly it builds, it actually motivates you to do more. So you'd be surprised how quick that build-up is, and then you don't need to talk yourself into, instead of cutting off one snow ice, you cut off a lot more than that, because now you just want to see the money.
And I mean, from the field that you're in, there's an economic formula that says postponed consumption equals savings.
Yes.
Postpone consuming it.
Yes, exactly. And which is exactly what you were referring to earlier too, about impulsive buying. Just turn a blind eye.
Be Stevie Wonder for once.
That's right.
Really, it's always a pleasure talking with you and the team Ariza, and I know for a fact that the programs are hitting the places that they need to hit, and as time progresses, we'll see the results eventually. You would see people getting more interactive with Ariza.
Yes,
and
we'd love that, and we'd love them to interact not just at the branches. Please do come in and talk to us, but also reach out on channels like this. Send in your questions. Tell us what it is you would like us to discuss, and absolutely let us bring the information to you. We want to meet you where you are and talk to you about what you need to know.
Ariza, all the time.
All the time.
Thank you, Raylene, and we look forward to another engagement next Wednesday.
It's been a pleasure. Equally looking forward.
Folks, that has been Ariza's Money Wise for this morning. Stay with us. We take a commercial break. We'll be back with more after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready to take charge of your money, build wealth, and protect your family's legacy? Then join us on October 9th, 2025 at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for your Financial Future 2.0, Legacy, Literacy, and Liberation, a one-day financial summit designed to break cycles, build wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. You'll gain real-life budgeting hacks, a money mindset reboot, steps to create generational wealth, and practical tips on investing, estate planning, insurance, health, and business finance, all from expert speakers who know how to turn knowledge into action. With 2 inspirational keynotes, 3 powerful panel discussions, and 6 breakout sessions, you will leave with your personalized action plan for success. Don't wait. Secure your seat today. Tickets are EC $350 at disruptiveleadershipconference.com/YFF. Your Financial Future 2.0. Your next chapter starts here.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
We're the Antones of Caribbean. We're
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Republic Bank CPL, there'll be some adjustments to our programming lineup on Tuesday the 19th, right through to Friday the 22nd of August. Transitions will be from 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be from 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News Repeat. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
Stumps ready? The biggest party in sports is back. It's Republic Bank CPL 2025. Bowls off August 14th to September 21st. 34 matches, 6 teams, 6 nations. Your Caribbean cricket frenzy. From big sixes to deadly yorkers, catch every boundary, every wicket, every moment. Live on GBN TV and Classic Radio. This is not just cricket. This is CPL 2025. Don't miss a ball.
GBN's broadcast of CPL 2025 is made possible by Republic Bank, Hubbards, Grenlec, Echo Blue Limited, Demerara Mutual Life, Answer Coatings, and Flow.
All right, folks, it's now 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We've got 10 minutes in which to have a conversation. I'm not going to direct a conversation this morning. I'm going to give you an opportunity to start a conversation. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yes, I want to congratulate the powers that be, the rebranding of MMIB, but it must take in consideration the farmers and the nation to open up shares, especially to the main players, the farmers, and the nation as a whole. And 2, the powers that be need to negotiate this Grenada St. George's University, open it up to the Grenadians. I don't understand how you can have a medical school and treating other people and not treat Grenadians in your nation. Powers that be need to negotiate that for the people of Grenada. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. It's 9 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. I'm not directing a conversation this morning. I'm going to give you the opportunity to just spark a conversation. 435-2041. I know some of you are eager to talk about this situation that is still pending. I read it in the news this morning where the U.S. has revoked some 6,000 plus student visas. But nonetheless, good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Welcome.
2 little items. I'd just like to warn Grenadians once more to be aware of the interesting things which the United States government continue to do in the region. The Southern Caribbean is warming up. The United States, as usual, we had experience in this country too, that they create a whole lot of lies on leaders and countries and their activities. They've done it with Cuba, they've done it with us, they've done it with other countries in the world, they've invaded people's countries. They're going for Venezuela again. On the way are 3 laden warships with Marines heading to the Lower Caribbean Sea, because the aim is to overthrow the government of Venezuela. I would like Grenadians to be aware of what is happening and to warn the government never ever to collaborate with the government of the United States in their endeavors. And to warn the Caribbean too, especially Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana, to be aware of what they're doing in the collaboration with the United States. It's getting warm. But finally, Mr. Joseph, I want to send out a challenge, would like to send out a challenge to the CC birds of the CCR and the Attorney General of Grenada. Purpose of this call is to ask, and your collaboration to bring them on to your radio station. I'd like to be with them, so I personally can ask them certain questions. But there are some questions I want to punch at them. One, using the glossary of the United Kingdom Parliament on the significance, meaning, interpretation, whatever you choose, of the word schedule, schedule, some people say that way, as it relates to law and contract. Kindly come forward and clear the air with the Grenadian people if it is a logical, correct thing to separate a schedule from a statutes or a contract. Because that is the trick, the prank, the most uncouth prank they played on the people of this country. They separated Schedule 3, which is an integral, intrinsic, innate, natural part of Section 111 of the constitutional document. And they, as a low-hanging fruit, they went and they made the titivation using other components of the Constitution which are not recommended by Section 39 to come up to the conclusion to pass the fancy bill and produce law. I would like to discuss the matter with them publicly, Mr. Joseph. Can you make arrangements for them to come out and let's ask them the question so that they can explain themselves?
I will certainly do all my best within my powers to do that.
The people of this country have been duped. We've been duped. They're lying to us because for too long in this here country has the one-eye men been king in blind country. The blind people of the country ready for them because we consider ourselves sufficiently versatile and articulate to challenge them. Bring them out, Mr. Jones. You understand what I'm talking about?
I certainly do.
The pelting stone and hide in hand because of the stature and the position in society. By the way, I don't drink. I don't drink. It's not 31 years. I said, what's it okay drinking and boozing? No. Listen, man, my thinking is crystal clear. You scribes and Pharisees, come out and talk to the people. For what it's worth, Mr. Joseph, do have a nice day. Will you, sir?
You too, Citizen Rollo. Have a great day yourself. It's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. 435-2041. Remember, you also have the option of calling via the WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Morning, innocent. Morning to the listeners and the viewers.
Welcome to the program.
I think, in tandem with the first part of your previous caller, that's to deal with the United States behavior. I think we should really pay attention to that. And it's serious. They already have facilities in the Caribbean, the base, and also the arrangement with the Trinidad government, which was signed with the previous Trinidad administration, and also through NATO's the military capability on Bonaire, which was meant at the first rounds when Trump was there to launch the invasion of Venezuela. I think we should really pay attention and pay attention to what other leaders in the in Latin America and the Caribbean are doing and saying. Lula, for instance, in Brazil, has said in response to the U.S. effort to isolate Cuba or to punish Cuba, he said, no, the relationship with Cuba is a principal one, and notwithstanding the fact that Cuba has been punished precisely because they won a war with the U.S. through the Bay of Pigs attempted invasion. They've been punished. So we need to deal with that. But my main concern has to do with our readiness for the season of the hurricanes and so on. I was listening to DBS radio yesterday, and I think the guy from the meteorological office was emphasizing the need for we not to let down our guard and to be more intensify our effort to ensure that we minimize the loss of life and the damage to property and so on by taking action now. But I would think one of the things where we're lacking is a human element, where we are not preparing our people for any eventuality. We don't check on the aftermath if there is the psychological, all the other areas, the security and all of that. We need to be working. Our people have to be integrated in that. Everyone, not just the people who have been paid to do those things. I would say, and that's where I want to re-emphasize our approach. It has to be community development-led approach, which we are not. We talk a lot about money and so on, but we don't talk about people connection. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much for your contribution. It's 1 minute away from 8 o'clock. Let's head back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I have a concern.
Please express.
With the sidewalk. Yesterday I never get bounced because you can't get chance to pass on the sidewalk because vehicle on the sidewalk parking.
That's where? Where exactly?
In Granville.
Oh, okay.
And vendors on the sidewalk. And yesterday I had to swing out to go out in the road to pass on the other side behind 3 vehicles parking on the sidewalk. I mean, that is not right. They have the sidewalk to allow people to walk, not for vehicles to be parked in. I finally should be looking on that, man.
Okay.
Because there is somebody could get bounced. Because I near get bounced yesterday. And then the driver still tell me how my mother so and so on the side. Yeah.
Okay. Call the police.
Well, the police and them just be patrolling up and down the scene what's going on and they're still doing nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, I do hope that they... Thank you.
A regular listener to all the program.
Okay. And which area are you calling from? Where are you calling from? Which area are you calling from?
Riverlet Lanes and Grenville.
Okay, all right.
Because when I can't get out of the station, I just get mad. Yeah, I just get mad. I'm searching until I get it.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm a regular listener to all the stations.
Thanks for choosing us, all right?
Yeah.
And have a good day.
Have a nice day.
Okay, good. Bye-bye. I want to say good morning to my good friend Susan Douglas. I haven't heard from you in a while. I haven't seen you. I hope all is well. Folks, this is where we've got to pull the curtains down on the program. And for those of you who called and contributed, thank you very much. Maybe I should just entertain this final caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi.
I just want to take the opportunity to express condolences to the Feldman family. Today, they would put the mother, the sister, wife, and the friend, a retired teacher for over 30 years from St. David's RC, to rest. And to the family, I say be strong and God is good. She has touched many lives in a positive way, and we are grateful for that. And we say be strong and let us lean on each other and support each other. And to all of the families that are putting down their loved ones today, God is good and God is watching over you. Have a great day, Innocent. I thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one, my dear friend. Have a good one. And again, thank you for being a part of the program. And if the good Lord spare your lives, we'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies, channels, and platform. Just before I run off, good morning to you, Doc and Candy and Josiah out there in Winnipeg, Canada. Bye-bye, folks. The BBC's up next.